You guys want to see a winning product? What's going on, everyone? Hayden here, coming back at you with a brand new video. And in this one, I'm going to be showing you a real life example of a product I'm looking at. I'm going to show you here in a second of a product that has made me money, a winning product with one of my dropshipping stores. I want to give you a real life example, break down exactly kind of why I picked it, how I was doing it, how I was structuring it, as well as what I would recommend to you on how to not only find products like this, but how to actually take advantage of it and make them work. So with that being said, let me show you the product here. It's an iPhone case. You guys might have seen this. Let me get it focused in here. You might have seen this in like one of my YouTube ads or whatever. This product did extremely well in the dog niche. So I don't know if you can tell, it's actually extremely high quality. I ordered this so that I could take photos for my ads, which I know I've mentioned you guys can do that if it doesn't have that many good photos on the AliExpress, you know, with the supplier's post. So that's what I did. It's extremely high quality. I was selling these. I was doing both free plus shipping as well as a discount for $12.99 on Facebook. So I'm gonna kind of just break down my thought process behind this. First of all, iPhone cases. It's not a niche. I see people do this and it could work. That's great. I personally will not ever, at least from knowing what I know now, I'm not gonna do phone cases as a niche. However, I might do phone cases inside of a niche, a dog niche. I can have phone cases inside of that. You know, I'll give you an example. You can do the same exact thing right now for cats. And I'll break down what I would do if you had another phone case inside of a niche that was pre-existing and, you know, subcategory of phone cases, and how you could blow that up. We're gonna talk about that later in this video. But that right here, winning product that worked well. So that did extremely well. Didn't do it for that long. I'd say about 4 to 5 weeks. It didn't necessarily die off, just other products started taking off more, so focus more of my attention on there. So you guys, let's jump inside of my computer. I'm gonna go through and just break down a couple different things I wanna talk about relating to that product, which is now across my room. But before we do that, if you guys get any value out of it at all, or even take 2 seconds right now, drop a like down below and help me get to 30,000 subs. We're so close. Hit that nice looking subscribe button down below. I appreciate all the support on every single video, and let's jump inside of my computer. Okay, so like I said, that was a product inside of a niche. Phone cases for me is not a niche, but I will do them as a subcategory, you know, an accessory type of thing, if you will, inside of a larger niche. Now, I want to explain kind of my marketing and what I did on this end of things. Like I mentioned, it was free plus shipping on Instagram. I was actually charging $8.99. I just went back and looked for shipping. That did extremely well. I know a lot of you guys are probably doing $9.99. That's too close to $10 in my opinion. I had the margin on this product a little bit. It was, you know, kind of expensive. I did negotiate with the supplier, which thankfully I was able to do because I was starting to bring in some orders. Now on Facebook, however, I did test a free plus shipping. It did okay, but what was actually working better on Facebook for me was a retail offer with a discount. So I said it was normally $32.99 and I discounted it down to $14.99. It worked well, so I ran with that. And I'm gonna kind of explain the process here. So I was in the dog niche with the store. Again, I do not run this store. I do not do that product at all anymore. Hence why I'm openly sharing this with you. So I was doing it with multiple the Instagram influencers in this niche, making money with multiple products. This specific product started to hit very well. Got some sales, got some momentum. This is gonna transition into, you know, what I would recommend you do for something similar. Got my 100 sales on my Pixel. So for that specific product, you get 100 sales. And this is what I would recommend to you as well. Let me just outline this real quick, because I know if you guys take, honestly, it could be any product. Let's say the same thing, exact thing, except it's a cat on it. Okay, get 100 plus sales as soon as you can. Because once you do that, as soon as you can hit that 100 sale point from, honestly, whatever, ideally Instagram influencers, and you have that data on your Pixel, now you can go start testing a lookalike audience over on Facebook. I used to say 50 to 100 sales is the range you should test. I'm really gonna push now for above 100. That's just because I'm not saying it's getting more difficult at 50, but it's always better with more. However, when you're doing this, don't let transitioning into Facebook, even though you have the data and the sales to do so, don't let that let you stop doing what was already working over on Instagram. You should always keep running what was working. Let me actually keep running with what's working. Because honestly, the more data you can get, you know, even if it slows down a little bit, you can still get an extra 20 sales a week. The more data you can get, the better. It's gonna make Facebook a lot easier on the back end. I was really marketing this. I did influencers for about, I did it throughout the full like 4 to 5 weeks I was doing it. However, I scaled into Facebook right away after about, I'd say 10 to 14 days, so about 2 weeks roughly is the time period. That started hitting about a week in, had a few different ad sets going, 2 different campaigns, eventually with 2 different offers, one for free plus shipping and one for the retail. The retail one started doing better, so just focused on scaling those and getting that going, and it did pretty well. So for those of you who have a product, let's say you have a product, you've done some research, you think you have some products that are gonna do well. Start testing them. So what I would do specifically, let's say I'm in your shoes right now, and everybody's in this position all the time. You're launching a new product. This is what I do. Okay, and I've explained it before. Get 100 sales as soon as I can. I use Instagram influencers for that. You can do whatever you want, Pinterest, Twitter, whatever works for you. I do Instagram influencers. In my opinion, it's a very stupid, easy way to make some money, but mostly to test the product to see if it works. And if it does work, then I also have the pixel data for Facebook. So I'm gonna scale into Facebook, run a few different ad sets inside of that campaign for the same product, really trying to identify what variables I can tweak to make it work better, get those results coming as fast as possible, and then from there you can scale. Now remember, this is not a super in-depth Facebook video at all, but when you're scaling, duplicate the original ad set and raise the budget on that. I see a lot of people, we actually had someone in the Facebook group. I felt so bad when they made this post. They said, who was it? It was Mark, I think was his name. He had a campaign, it was doing well. I think it was running at 20 bucks a day is what he had initially launched it at. Tweaked it, had another ad set, and that tweaked ad set started doing extremely well. He was making like a 3 or 4x ROI, and he's like, dude, I want to scale. Jumps right in, raises the budget on that specific ad set that's working. Guess what happened? Exactly what's gonna happen when you do that 9 times out of 10. Your cost per result is gonna go through the roof. That's what happened to Mark, I think his name was. So Mark, if you're watching this, bro, I feel for you, it sucks. You have to duplicate it, and then you can go duplicate, or excuse me, you can go edit the duplicate, and if you want, you can come back to the original and edit that, just because, I said 9 times out of 10. There's that one time where it does work, and your cost per result doesn't go up. So I usually, if I'm changing any variable, testing something, launching more ad sets, want to change something, I'm duplicating it and not really messing with the original. Because if you're messing with something that's already running, it's gonna mess with it, especially if it's raising the budget. Facebook's gonna be like, oh, okay, this guy has more money to spend. Let's make him spend more money to get that cost per result, whatever that result might be. Purchase, add to cart, initiate, checkout, it doesn't really matter. Now it's funny too, because it's always the stupid little stuff that seems to sell and hit extremely well. It's the stuff you don't expect. I see a lot of people who bring ego, arrogance, confidence, whatever, into this marketplace, in this business, and that typically leads to them, I don't want to say failing, but failing with the product. So small failures like that are constantly gonna happen until you get rid of that. So this might look whack to you, this might look weird. Honestly, it's very high quality. I'm overly impressed on it. Amazing, you should buy one. But yeah, no, so it's always the weird stuff that seems to sell and make money. Definitely don't have too much of a bias. Just stick to your numbers, look at your product research, however you do that. I can make an updated video on product research if you guys want. Not sure how in depth I'm going on that. There's a few things I use. That's more for like the course type content, but whatever you guys want to see, we can go talk about that. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any video suggestions. Be more than happy to make it if I think it'll bring some value to people. There's a lot of interesting content that I have coming over the next few weeks. I'd say like 3 weeks or so if everything goes to plan. It's like 3 a.m. right now, so I'm gonna go to bed. However, if you guys haven't already, I'd appreciate it if you join the family by hitting that nice like and subscribe button. And I post every single day, so I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow on the next one. Peace.